The first thing we have to understand about LinkedIn is that your mindset as a social media marketer and an online lead generation engine, your mindset has to completely flip the other way when we're talking about LinkedIn versus Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. On these other platforms, on Twitter, you're trying to get as many followers as you can. On YouTube, you're trying to get as many views and as many subscribers as you can. On Facebook, you want to get as many page likes as you can. LinkedIn is the total opposite of that. You're not trying to get the most anything on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not about width and, I've got all these connections. LinkedIn is about depth, and it's about how many people you're connected with deeply who respect you, who believe in you, who understand your value proposition and know who you are. So, step number one is something that is so difficult for most people to do on LinkedIn, and it's something that I have seen salespeople over and over again just struggle with actually accomplishing this step. You've got to be relentless here. You got to be ruthless. You've got to go through every connection on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you how to do it in the next video on the screenshot. But you've got to go through every connection on LinkedIn that you currently have. And that might be 300 or 500 or even 1,000 people. And you're so proud of your LinkedIn network that you've developed over years and years. The problem is the size of your LinkedIn network is causing it to become extremely ineffective. And let me explain why and give you the big picture. Then I'm going to break it down and give you the details of exactly what you need to do and what this criteria needs to be. So, the problem here, you have to understand how you're going to use LinkedIn in the future. By the end of this course, I'm going to show you how to find second-degree connections, okay? Second-degree connections that are actually connected to somebody that you know and who knows you, and that second-degree connection is going to become a powerful referral lead for you. But if they're a second-degree connection to somebody that you really don't know, and with whom you really have no connection at all, then that secondary connection is worthless. In fact, it's worse than worthless because you're going to be excited about it and waste your time on it, and it's not going to get you anywhere. So you need to, here's what I want you to think about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the digital representation of your real life connections, okay? We all understand, right? A Facebook friend and a real life friend are two very different things, okay? On Facebook, I have, 700 friends, okay? Real life, I have 80 people that really know me and believe in me, and they would refer me to somebody, and they just, maybe it's 100, I don't know. But, I don't really have that many people that are personally connected with. Now, I also don't connect with business people on my personal Facebook profile either. So what you have to understand is LinkedIn is the digital representation of your real life business connections, okay? So here's what you have to do. Step number one, this is where everybody struggles. And I'm going to show you in the screenshot how to do it technically, but you got to wrap your mind around this. I want you to go through every single LinkedIn connection that you have and ask two questions. Question number one, have I spoken to this person on the phone? Have we communicated via email, on the phone, personally? Not they're on my email list, not, oh yeah, they liked my post. No, I'm saying you have had a one-on-one communication of some kind, social media, email, phone call. You and this person have had a one-on-one communication in the last 90 days. If the answer is yes, they get to stay in your LinkedIn network. If the answer is no, then we go to question number two. Is this connection truly so valuable to you that you're willing to reach out to them right now? In other words, sometimes you go down through and you're like, oh my goodness, I haven't talked to that person in, a year. I can't believe that. This is one of my best friends, or this is somebody that I used to work for that we had a great connection. And, you're going to find a lot of those. You might find 20 people like that in your list. And if that's the case, if you're comfortable just picking up the phone and calling them because that's how strong of a connection you used to have, then that's fine. Do it. Reach out to them right now. Reach out to them. Send them a LinkedIn message. Say, hey, we haven't talked in a long time. Let's have lunch. Let's talk on the phone. You got to solidify that relationship right now. And if you say, well, I don't really want to do that right now, remove them from the network. Okay? So this is going to take some time. This is like a 4-hour project for most of you. For some of you, it's a 2-hour project. For some of you, it's an 8-hour project, over a couple days. So this is a big project, but believe me, it's worth it because 3 things are going to happen from this. Number 1, you're going to identify who your true connections are. Number 2, you're going to identify people that you think, wow, I can't believe I haven't connected with them in a long time. And it's going to open up opportunities you did not even know existed that are inside of your network right now. And number 3, it's going to set you up to move on later in the course to get warm leads that are second-degree connections from these people that truly are in your network. So be ruthless, be relentless, go through and pare down, and some of you are going to chop 400 people are going to be gone from your LinkedIn network, and you're going to be like, oh, I can't believe I lost that LinkedIn connection. It was nothing anyway. If you haven't talked to them in 90 days and you're not willing to call or email them right now, it wasn't a good connection anyway. Get rid of it. All right, so that's step number 1. In the next video is going to be a screenshot showing you how to actually do that because it's a little bit difficult in LinkedIn to realize how to disconnect with people. They make it easy to connect. They make it hard to disconnect.